Thank you, Gino. Thanks, everybody, for coming out here tonight. And I actually feel honored, and that was a great introduction that Gino gave me. But I feel honored that I'm getting to do the very first Ride the Pattern Ranch Trail for the very first championship class. So thanks again for coming out tonight and doing that. When Karen called me and asked me, I started going, who am I going to get to be my demo people? And it just so happened 2 of my youth kids didn't enter the class for some reason. So they're going to become my demos now. So we'll see if we practice them at home if we can get it done tonight. But first of all, I'm going to read a little thing about the ranch trail since it's still a fairly new class at the horse shows. I kind of got this out of the VRH rule book. And it says the ranch trail should test the horse's ability to cope with situations encountered while being ridden through a pattern of obstacles, generally found during the course of everyday ranch work. The horse rider team is judged on the correctness, efficiency, and pattern accuracy with which the obstacles are negotiated and the attitude and mannerisms exhibited by the horse. Judging emphasis is on identifying the well-broke, responsive, and well-mannered horse which can correctly navigate and negotiate the course. So with that being said, you know, a good broke horse that handles well, that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for. And when we're talking about the ranch, we're going to be talking about they're probably going to be moving a little bit more forward. Again, when you go into the extended trot that we have down here, you can stand up, hold the horn, set the extended trot, or post. It's up to you on the best ability to show your horse is what I would do. Right now I'm going to have one of my very first demo riders. We'll go ahead and start going through the pattern. The first obstacle is going to be walk up to the gate, and it's going to be a right-hand gate, and we're going to pick up the slicker with our right hand. And Harper Nash riding Wimpy's Rainmaker is going to be my first demo model on it. So we're going to carry the slicker throughout the class. So she's going to pick it up, secure it how she's going to secure it for the class. She's going to do a right-hand gate next. Okay, we've got the gate closed. No cows got out, so we did good with that part. Now we're going to walk to the bridge, walk over the bridge, the 2 poles in between the bridge, over the next bridge. Now we'll pick up a trot. Trot up here to the back through, which are the 3 bushes. Negotiate the back through. Making our way around the trees. So far, Bob has decided that they don't taste real good, so he's not trying to eat them, but always be aware that those in their face, and if they take a bite, that's a 1-point penalty. This class is judged starting at 70. Plus or minus 1.5 each maneuver. There are also penalties. So a bite, a hit, hitting the cone, hitting the gate is a 1-point penalty. She's clean so far. Now we're on the extended trot. Trotted the extended trot Serpentine. She's going to trot up to the far log on the left and perform a right side pass. Side passed off the pole. Now we're going to prepare for the left lead, lope over the two logs here. Now we'll break to a trot. We'll trot the figure 8 serpentine here. This is just a normal trot, not an extended trot. Good over the trot serpentine. Then she would trot to where she would hang the slicker up had it not fallen. So tomorrow be careful, because if this happens, you're a 5-point penalty and probably an OP for not getting it hung back up. So things do happen when you're showing like that. It's not a big problem. It happens. So let this be a lesson to learn on it tonight. So I told him if something happened, it was no big deal. We'd all see that mistakes happen. So just remember that tomorrow when we're doing this. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can carry it however you want to. Huh? Man, the question was, can you put the slicker on? The answer would be yes. It doesn't specify how to carry it. It says carry it securely. So if you want to put the slicker on, that's fine also. It's up to your preference of how it works. Yes, ma'am. I would assume so. The question was, are you allowed to readjust the slicker through your pattern? I would assume with your free hand you could. Karen, does that sound? Karen says yes. So if you feel it falling, pay attention to it. Hang it back, get it back secure again. Yes. Excuse me? Yes. The question was, can you use a strap to hold the slicker? Yes, you may. That's fine. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can hold it throughout the pattern if you want to. It just says secure it, ride it with the security. Are there any other questions? I think so. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I assume, Karen, the question was if they have straps on the back of the saddle and they have a romal, can they just wrap the reins around the horn and turn around and tie it? Here she comes. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? Yes. The question was, does it matter point-wise if we put it on, secure it to the saddle, carry it, hold it, however? I don't think it's going to be an issue on who gets the most points of how they do it. It's going to be who handles it correctly, smoothly, accurate, you know, how well the horse stands for you and stuff. That would be my question on it. Nothing would get a bonus point over the other one. So, yes, ma'am. Okay, the question was, what if you hold the reins with your right hand, are we allowed to switch? Well, yes, you will be. But if you come up riding with your right hand and you switch, secure the slicker, do the gait right-handed, I would switch back, okay? Any other questions? All right, you guys have asked questions, that's great. So now we're getting ready for a little bit of our fun time. Let me talk about the crisis fund.
Just spend a few minutes telling your story about the crisis fund and how it helped you. And then
Okay. So right now they've got the green buckets and the QR code ready to pass around. And as Gino mentioned earlier, that this money helps go to the crisis fund, and Nutrena is so generous to match it dollar for dollar. So the crisis fund has been a large help for many, many of the professional horsemen and trainers.
Will you introduce Adriana Totten?
Yeah.
Tell them that there's two youth
Okay.
officers here.
Okay.
Pass on the back.
We've got 2 youth officers here passing the buckets around in the QR code. While I'm going to talk a little bit about the Crisis Fund and exactly kind of where it's helped some people out in the past on it. The Crisis Fund is for professional horsemen. They can be trainers or what, but a member of professional horsemen that in our time of need or crisis, when we have something that is pretty devastating happens to us, it can be anything from an accident, a natural disaster, a wreck, or an illness on it. I over the years helped with the council, and it was a great feeling to give the money away, and I thought, well, this is cool. Never in a million years did I think that I would be the one asking for money, but in 2019 that happened. In 2019 I was diagnosed with cancer, and so while you're trying to wrap your head around how everything is going to now affect your life, and I'm still going, I've got to get horses ready to go show, and you know, your brain's going, I have insurance, is it going to pay for everything? So I applied and I was a recipient of it, and let me tell you what, that was a huge sigh of relief when getting that check and knowing that the professional horsemen are there to help you out when your time of need. Gino has benefited from it. He had a accident, got hit by a car, couldn't work for 6 months. There have been many professional horsemen that have benefited from it. So you have no idea how much it means to us when that green bucket comes by that you, or the QR code, that you generously reach into your pocket and do it, because we enjoy spending our time doing this. So we're glad to get to help you out, and we appreciate your help back. Okay, I'm going to get Courtney, my other one demo, to come do the pattern one more time. A little bit different looking style horse than what the first one was, so you can see it done a little bit a different way. She's also using romals. So when we get cleared out, we'll get started and get finished, and you guys can have all night long to practice. Thanks, Gino, even though you do the city trail and I do both. Okay, so here comes Courtney. She's coming up to the gate at a walk, getting ready for the right hand with the romals. Okay, I said start over. Just hang it back up over the side. Yeah. That's fine. Just hang it up right there if you want to. You ready? Okay, Courtney's walked up to the gate. She's ready to pick it up with her right hand. Go ahead. We'll see if she secures it any better than last time. Sorry, Harper. Coming through, right hand gate. Notice they also didn't let go of the gate at any time. They slid their hand up and down it. Remember, if you let go of the gate, it's a 5-point penalty. So try to stay out of the penalty box, and that helps a lot. Negotiating the bridge. The walkovers. Off the other bridge. Trotting up to the back through. She kind of has a plan of how she's going to execute it. Mainly have a plan when you get to these obstacles of how you kind of want to execute them, or try to, at the best of it. Got the back 3 done. Now she's going to pick up the extended trot, trot the logs over the extended trot serpentine. She stands up. Like I said, you can stand up, you can post, you can set it. Extended trot up to the side pass log. Negotiating the side pass now. Prepare to go on the left lead over the left poles. Break to the trot, trot the serpentine here. A little rough through there. No real penalties, no hits, no breaks, but it's just a little rough. That would have only been like maybe a little bit in the maneuver. Getting ready to hang the slicker back up. And once the slicker's hung up, your pattern is complete. So thank you guys. Are there any questions before we leave for tonight? Anybody have any more questions? Yes, sir. Excuse me? No, if the horse switches his tail and touch a bush, that's not a penalty. That's just, if they bite it or something like that, it is. But yeah, but no, that's not. You're good. Just try to hang it back up as close to how you found it, is what they want to do. The question was, does it matter how you hang the slicker back up? Just try to hang it back up as close to how you found it so the next person can do it that way. So, all right, thank you guys for tonight. Good luck tomorrow.